Good morning, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are safe and secure. Stay home, stay safe. Welcome to today's English class. Welcome to the Unit 5, Education and Career. In the previous class, we have completed our Reading A and Reading B, The Treasure Within, Part 1 and Part 2 about Hafiz Contractor. Today, we are going to start our Reading C. They literally build the nation. Civil engineering is one of the oldest disciplines of engineering, isn't it? Civil engineering, it is one of the oldest disciplines. Meaning of disciplines, the subject of study of engineering. It is one of the branch of engineering. Civil engineering is one of the oldest disciplines. Meaning of disciplines, it is the subjects of study. It involves the design, construction and management of infrastructure, highways, railways, airports, harbors, bridges, tunnels, ensuring supply of high quality water, among others, and hence the term is used in a very broad sense. So this is civil engineering involves the design. Meaning of design, plan. It is construction. Meaning of construction, to build, and manage, to build, to organize of infrastructure. Meaning of infrastructure, it is the basic systems that are necessary for a country for smooth running. Basic system for the country to run in a smooth way. So you can take the examples of buildings, construction of buildings, the transport, water and power supplies. For the highways, the build of highways, railways, airports, harbors, bridges and tunnels. Meaning of tunnels, ways built underground. The ways which are built underground are called tunnels. So these are all built by whom? Civil engineers. Then the ensuring supply of high quality water, among others, and hence the term is used in a very broad sense. It may not be an exaggeration to state that almost every major project has a contribution from a civil engineer. So it may not be an exaggeration. Meaning of exaggeration, an overstatement to state that. Meaning of state, to say that it is not a statement that almost every major project has a contribution. Meaning of contribution, part. It takes a part of from a civil engineering. It is a part of a civil engineering. The role of the civil engineering has been continuously changing. So the role of the civil engineering has been continuously changing. Earlier, engineers would focus their efforts on productive of site plans, crank out drawings, turn them over to contractors and pretty much be done with it. But things are very much more sophisticated these days. So in previous days, civil engineers used to draw the plans, crank out. Meaning of crank out, produce a lot of low quality things quickly. So low quality of things they used to think quickly. They used to produce quickly drawings, turn them over to contractors, and they used to draw and they used to give to the contractors and pretty much to be done with. But things are much more sophisticated these days. Meaning of sophisticated, advanced and complicated in the way they work. So now when then previously they used to draw the plans, they used to give to the contractors, they used to get the material from outside, and these many things used to be going. This many plans used to take place. But now when then much more sophisticated meaning advanced technology is used now and then to complete their work very easily these days. Development of landscape today requires thoughtful planning and an understanding of regulations. So development of landscape, meaning of landscape, everything you can see in an area when you look at it. So landscape, you can see the whole picture, whatever construction you need there, you can see the whole picture in an area. So the development of landscape today requires thoughtful planning and an understanding of regulations. Meaning of regulations, rules and regulations should be maintained properly. Thoughtful planning should be there and an understanding also should be there. Permit requirements are more stringent and more numerous. Schedules are constrained and owners are mindful of their expenditures. So permit requirements, meaning of requirements, needs are more stringent, meaning of stringent, strict, are more numerous, meaning of numerous, many. So here permit needs are very strictly maintained. Schedules are constrained, meaning of constrained, a thing that limits something. It should have a limit, and owners are very mindful, meaning of mindful, they are aware of, they are knowing of their expenditures, meaning of expenditures, expensive, about the money. The owners are very aware of the expenditures, because day by day the expenditures are increasing a lot. So they need the permit, strict, need and many rules are to be maintained, and the owners are also maintaining, they are aware of each and every expenditure. Civil engineers today are expected to stay with the clients and guide them through the approval and construct process while offering strategy, advice, and their experience. So now and then civil engineers today are expected to stay with the clients. So clients means those ever needs the help of the civil engineers. They approach, they are one of the client that they want to need the help, or they want to know about the building. They would like to know the how to build a house, and they would like to guide them with the help of the civil engineers with the approval, meaning of approval, permission. They would like to take the permission, and they would like to know about the construction process while offer the help. While offer means help from the civil engineering of strategy, meaning of strategy, technique. They would like to know the technique. So here the clients, the person who needs the help of the civil engineering, they would like to take the permission, and yes, they would like to take the help of the civil engineering, and they would like to know the techniques whatever, and they would like to take the advice and their experience of the civil engineering. So once again I am telling you children, the clients need the help and advice with their experience to guide them throughout the construction process. They would like to take the permission, and they would like to ask the civil engineers to help them. Civil engineers are multifaceted, taking on roles and responsibilities that are varied. So civil engineers are multifaceted, meaning of multifaceted, having many phases or branches. Civil engineers, so mainly one thing children, civil engineering are having so many kinds of branches. It consists of so many branches, taking on roles and responsibilities that are varied. So they take the roles and responsibility. Each branch has a role and responsibility. Environmental civil engineers focus on all-round development of design and construction, skill of working in harmony with nature. So here children, this is in the part of civil engineering. Environmental civil engineer is one of the branch. So this environmental civil engineering focus on all-round development of design and construction. All round of design and construction, skill of working in harmony with nature. So they balance with the nature. They construction, their meaning of construction, building, all the working with the help of harmony means in balance with the nature. With the focus on environmental issues such as wastewater and sewerage disposal, engineers operate as guardians of nature. So here in the environmental issues such as wastewater and sewerage, meaning of sewerage, the system that carries the wastage produced by human beings. Sewerage means wastage that whatever wastage we are using there, disposal means, meaning of disposal, throw away. The engineers throw away, they operate as guardians of nature. The environmental engineers are called the guardians of nature. Who are the guardians? The waste material which are thrown by us, they will dispose means they will throw away. They are the guardians of our nature. Why are they called the guardians of our nature, children? Because they guard our nature. Whatever wastage we are throwing out, they throw away from us and they guard the nature. Structural engineers are responsible for design of buildings, offshore, oil platforms, etc. And here another branch, structural engineers. So what are structural engineers? See, once again I am telling, in civil engineers, one of the branch, environmental civil engineers, they focus on harmony with nature and they guard the nature. Coming to structural engineers, they are responsible for design of buildings, offshore, meaning of offshore, at a distance from the sea above, oil platforms, etc. They are the responsibles of buildings near the offshore. Meaning of offshore means at a distance from the seashore, near the construction near the seashore, platforms, etc. Highway engineers are responsible for design of traffic flow planning, roadway, geometry designs, etc. And here highway engineers are responsible for what, children? The design of traffic flow planning. You can see the traffic flow, how the planning, how now and then, how are we easily going on the roads? No, the highway engineers are fully responsible. According to the design of traffic only, we are going easily and safely on the roads. So they are the engineers for traffic flow planning, roadway geometric designs, and etc. And another, structural engineering are involved in the design of small residential buildings, multi-storied buildings, microwave towers, transmission lines for electricity, and pipelines for water, oil and gas supply. So here another branch, structural engineers, they design the small residential buildings. Residential means small buildings. Multi-storied, meaning of multi-storied, having many floors. You can see many floor buildings, microwave towers, transmission lines for electricity, and pipelines for water, oil and gas supply. These are all called as structural engineers. These engineerings take this major role for constructing a multi-storied buildings, microwave towers, they build microwave towers, transmission lines for electricity, pipelines for water, oil and gas supply. Coming to the construction engineerings, they plan and coordinate construction projects. You can see the example of the dam here. They may have job titles such as constructor, construction superintendent, general superintendent, project engineer, etc. So here construction engineers plan. They also have the part, they are also called as such as constructor, construction superintendent, general superintendent, project engineer, etc. Construction managers evaluate and determine appropriate construction methods and the most cost-effective plan and schedule. So they evaluate, these persons, they construction managers, they evaluate and determine appropriate construction methods and the most cost-effective. Cost-effective means giving the best possible profit. They give the best possible. They give us profit and they plan and they schedule. They may require sophisticated estimating and scheduling techniques. So they may also require sophisticated means advanced technique. They use advanced techniques, and estimating and schedule techniques means now and then they use the advanced technology and they give the plan for the profit. Construction managers regularly review engineering and architectural drawing and specification to monitor progress and ensure compliance and plans and schedules. So here construction managers regularly they review engineering and architectural drawing and specifications to monitor meaning of monitor, to control progress and ensure compliance, meaning of compliance, conformity in fulfilling official requirements. Whatever requirements are needed with the plans and schedules, they all take over the major role. So here once again children, I'm going to tell you, here we have in the civil engineerings, in the given lesson, we have few kinds of branches there. So first branch, environmental civil engineering. So they focus on environmental issues. They focus on environmental issues and they take the development of design and construction still in harmony with nature. They take the major role with the harmony with nature and they guard of nature. They guard the nature. Next, coming to the structural engineerings are responsible for designing buildings, offshore oil platforms, etc. Coming to structural engineerings, they are involved in design of small residential buildings. You can see here once again, first branch is we have discussed about environmental civil engineering, and next second one structural civil engineerings. And then coming to, they also have the structural engineerings are also involved for the residential buildings. They are also involved for the residential buildings, multi-storied buildings. Construction engineerings, they help us to construct the projects. And they are also, construction engineers are also called as constructor, construction superintendent, general superintendent, project engineering, etc. These construction managers, they take an effective plan and schedule, and they give us a cost effectiveness, they give us a profit there. And they are very much sophisticated, that they are very advanced and estimating the using the techniques. And thus it would be advisable for students to undergo practical industry experience through internships, cooperative education programs, or work experience in the industry. So here it would be advisable for the students to undergo, meaning of undergo, to have a practical industry experience through internships. Meaning of internship, training to gain practical experience. You, the student, should have the practical experience. You should have a research. You should have to know about the practical industry experience through internships, cooperative educational programs, or work experience in the industry. Or you have to have the educational programs to get the work experience in the industry. Another key discipline is quantity surveying. Technical skills acquired in areas of estimating, costing, and specification, together with good knowledge of various procurement routes, tendering procedure, and contracting essentials, make quantity surveyors an inseparable part of the construction industry. So another key discipline is quantity surveying. You should also know the quantity, how much quantity should be used, and survey, how much quantity should be surveyed. Technical skills also acquired in areas of estimating. Main, you have to have the technical skills in various areas. First of all, you should know how much you have to estimate, costing the cost, and specification, together with a good knowledge of various procurement. Meaning of procurement, obtaining the required material. First of all, you should know how much material should be required, and you have to give the estimating, you have to know the cost, and for that you should have a good knowledge. Tendering procedure, you should also know how to take the tenders, how to give the tenders procedure, and contracting essentials, make quantity surveyors an inseparable part of the construction industry. So to know this, to know you are a part of a construction department, you should be well and good in all these technical skills. Job opportunities exist in design offices, consulting firms, government departments such as municipalities, environmental agencies, as well as with contracting firms. So these all job opportunities exist in design offices, and then consulting firms, government departments such as municipalities, environmental agencies, and with the contracting firms. These contracting bases also are available. So this is written in a form of an essay about the civil engineering about S.S. Rao, The Hindu on 20th August 2012. So children, before the completion of the lesson, I would like to tell you about the brief in the branches of civil engineering and the features associated with. I would like to tell you what are the branches of civil engineering. One by one, let us go into the resource. First branch, not the branches in the civil engineering is the first one. Let us discuss about the construction engineering. In construction engineering, it includes the planning, construction, maintenance of structure. How to construct, maintenance of structure. Coming to the water resource engineering, construction of dams, construction of canals, construction of water distribution system. So in water department, water resource engineering branch, you'd be having construction of dams, construction of canals, water distribution system. Coming to geotechnical engineering, study of soil, study of foundations, study of bearing capacity regarding the soil. Coming to the transportation engineering, planning, construction, transportation, facilities. Coming to survey engineering, surveying and leveling of lands, mapping and countering of terrains. Coming to the structural engineering, structural analysis, design of structures. Environmental engineering, already we have discussed, no? Yes, it is the study of eco-friendly designs, study of sewage management, study of pollution and its treatment. Municipal engineering, urban planning, urban management, township. Coming to coastal engineering, marine structures of greens, marine structures of embankments. Tunnel engineering, construction of tunnels, maintenance of tunnels. Earthquake engineering, study of seismic forces, study of earthquake resistant structures. Material engineering, study of material strength, materials of construction. So my dear children, coming to the 8th class itself, you have been totally confused of this engineering. First of all, what are the branches given in the textbook? Let us have a description. Let us know about that few itself. So these are the various branches which are in civil engineering. Once again, let us go through the glossary. Disciplines, the subjects of study. Meaning of design, plan. Construction, to build. Meaning of manage, to be able to organize. Meaning of infrastructure, basic systems that are necessary for a country for smooth running. That means examples of buildings, transport, water and power supplies. Meaning of tunnels, ways built underground. Meaning of exaggeration, an overstatement. Meaning of state, say. Meaning of contribution, part. Meaning of crank out, produce a lot of low quality things quickly. Meaning of sophisticated, advanced and complicated in the way they work. Meaning of landscape, everything you can see in an area when you look at it. Meaning of regulations, rules. Requirements, needs. Stringent, strict. Meaning of numerous, many. Constraint, a thing that limits something. Meaning of mindful, knowing, aware. Meaning of expenditure, expenses. Meaning of schedule, a plan that lists all the work that you have to do and when you must do each thing. Meaning of stay, remain. Meaning of clients, customers. Meaning of approval, permission. Construction, building. Offer, help with. Strategy, technique. Advice, suggestion. Multifaceted, versatile, having many faces or branches. Harmony, in balance. Meaning of sewerage, the system that carries the wastage produced by human beings. Throwaway, guardians, protectors. Offshore, at a distance from the seashore. Multi-storied, having many floors. Cost-effective, giving the best possible profit. Sophisticated, advanced. Monitor, control. Complaints, conformity in fulfilling official requirements. Undergo, have. Internship, training to gain practical experience. Meaning of procurement, obtaining the required material. Let us discuss some few question answers. What are the different constructions planned by civil engineers? Yes, what are the civil engineers construction plan, children? Yes, civil engineers plans constructions like highways, railways, airports, harbors, bridges, tunnels, along with ordinary buildings. They also plan water supply and sewage disposal schemes, pipelines for oil and gas supply. Second question. Is the title suitable to the essay? Justify your answers. Is the title suitable to the essay, children? Yes, civil engineers play an important role in almost every construction. So what are the construction? Let us give some few examples. Yes, there are airports, harbors, highways, infrastructure, bridges, tunnels. They are responsible for the design of pipelines for oil and gas supply so The title, They Literally Build the Nation, is very much suitable to the essay because they are, who are they here, children? Yes, civil engineers. They literally build the nation. They develop the nation. Next question, how do civil engineers guide the clients? Civil engineers stay with the clients and guide them in getting approval and construction process. They offer strategy, advice, and their experience in constructing the project successfully. They make the project successfully. Coming to the last question, do you think civil engineering is a challenging job? Why? Yes, it is. Civil engineering, it plays a vital role in almost every major project. They stay with the clients and guide them through the approval and construction process, offering their rich and varied experience and advice besides viable strategies. They are multifaceted. So I think civil engineering is a challenging job. Yes, it is a challenging and it plays a very important role in the major product. So my dear children, read the lesson carefully and write the given glossary and question answers in the classwork and send it to my given WhatsApp number. Thank you. God bless us all.